Morning guys, how are you all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. So this is our Bitcoin morning update. So straight over to those charts. So yeah, you can see we're testing a bit of this downside now. We had that move down yesterday. Then we tried to obviously get back above this support area, but currently we pretty decisively lost it. So I would expect us to at least play out this range for a little bit before potentially, well, if we break this range, coming down to the mid 8,000s. This has always been the bearish case if we didn't basically break above this level. But yeah, we were supported. We looked like we could make our way back up. We've obviously got larger time frame trends to help us get there, but we decided to break down through that support, which is fair enough, because again, the support areas that I've been saying are 9,400 and 9,200. So we haven't touched this level yet. Obviously it's early days. We can consolidate in much the same way when we consolidate under here. And basically if we don't break up, we come down. If we do consolidate under here and we don't break back over, we'd expect us to come down, and I would expect us to take out of this level because we're in a bit more of a confirmed short-term downtrend, so it will be easier for us to break support now than it was when we were in a short-term uptrend, if you understand what I mean by that. So yeah, so we'll have to see what happens. I mean, it's early days in this 4-hour candle. Yeah, it's early days. We've still got basically 3 hours left. So we've still got 75% of this candle to go. So we can still very easily see a rally back up to 9,500 area, in which case this would look quite a bullish looking candle with a long tail. And then we'll be back basically just above this support area. So that's the best case for the bulls at the moment. But yeah, failing that, holding underneath or even coming lower or just directly breaking this straight away, which is not entirely improbable. Obviously markets, you go up the escalator and then you come down the elevator shaft, so you step upwards and then you drop down quick. As you can see in Bitcoin, you sort of step upwards, drop down quick, up quick, step up, down. I mean, that's just how markets work a lot of the time. You can see it here, step up and then down fast. So yeah, I mean, it's more probable we could obviously break through this quicker than it is to like necessarily break straight up in a massive green candle, until obviously you get past all this macro resistance, in which case then the sky is the limit. But yeah, at the moment we just got to concentrate on this more just on this more shorter time frame trend, and potentially look for some reversal of that basically. So we can see our 4-hour RSI is getting quite low, so that maybe offers some sort of relief for this sell-off, and the same with the hourly also. Let's have a look at the 12 hour. 12 hours were down. We did kind of say 12 hours yesterday looking down wasn't good for Bitcoin, so we had to either get back up or we were going to test some downside, because Bitcoin does tend to respect the 12 hour pretty well. It's sort of like if it turns down, look here, you can see it turning down, it's a sell. When we turn up, it's a buy. When we sort of turn down, this is what I was talking about with a bit of the fake out though. We didn't really turn down and come down much, so we faked out. But now we sort of turned down and started moving down. So I mean, a lot of the basically indicators are telling me that it is more likely we're going to take out this level and come down to test at least here. But it doesn't necessarily have to happen. But now that we've seen this break under and this taken out of some of these levels, we've traded lower than a lot of these levels now. So yeah, some downside is probably more likely. So I mean, like being said, these candles are all in their early days. Maybe not this one so much. This has got 3 hours to go and it's a 12-hour candle. But I do like to look, as you guys know, I like to look at the 4-hour chart. So we can rescue this with a good looking candle. But yeah, to do that, we've obviously got to get above. I was saying we've got to at least get to 9,450, which is only $100, so it isn't far. If we can print that candle on the 4-hour, then things could potentially look positive to then regain this area, play in here a bit, and then move up. But yeah, like I said, that isn't what I do believe is the most likely. I think we are going to come down here and test this, play in this range, and then potentially move down. That's what I would possibly expect. And then maybe these overextended oscillators and the stochastics on the shorter time frame are what is sort of giving us this shorter term bounce at the moment. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at there. Let's have a look. Yeah, yeah, here we go. Yeah, so trade wise, again, as you guys know, I had the bots off overnight, but we did turn bearish. We did get a sell trade here, which would have been a profitable trade, and then we did get a sell trade here, which obviously you can see would have been a profitable trade, so I probably should have been taking those. But obviously I'm waiting for at least a medium time frame trend to confirm, because this will flip in a shorter than a medium time frame. This is like sort of very short time frame, and this is short-ish time frame. So I'm actually waiting for the overall market medium time frame trend to tell me that we are confirming this downtrend, in which case then I will just be looking just to play the shorts as per what the indicator tells me. So yeah, you can see at the moment we had pretty nice, obviously the range and stop just literally showing us the range. This is basically what it's meant to do. I can't obviously say that it called the bottom, because this range wasn't established until we moved down here. So this is obviously why this is the bottom of the range. But then once that is then established at the bottom of the range, you can see we clearly test the top a couple of times and get rejected from the top, and then we come and test the bottom. So this is the beauty of this indicator, range and stop. Perfect for day trading Bitcoin. It gets you a lot of price action, a lot of the moves, the levels to take profits, the levels to sell, the levels to buy, the levels to, yeah. So that's what it does. And again, it's showing you how to do it again here. Sell the top, buy the bottom, then buy the bottom, and then we'll be selling the top, basically, which is actually around that support area. Above that support area, well, resistance at the moment, but above that level that could then become support if we do get back to the top of the range. So that could look pretty good. But yeah, we'll have to see what happens. So all I will say, stock market is still looking strong. Stock market is looking good. Maybe a little bit of a sell-off this morning, but nothing major. This is still looking good, constructive. Again, I've said this on the stock markets. We're basically on the daily. We're getting stuck between. We are basically getting stuck between this 21 and the 200 period moving averages. So I think we're going to get squeezed and then break, and this could happen anytime now. We're getting pretty tight in here, and we're around the 618. So we are either going to just explode up from here, or we're going to basically at least come down to the 382. So that's what I'm looking at, guys. And yeah, the reason for me telling you this on a Bitcoin video is obviously if we break up, that is probably bullish for Bitcoin because we're quite closely correlated. But if we break down, expect bearish price action from Bitcoin also. Yeah, so there we go, guys. That's what I'm looking at the moment. Just one quick look at the weekly, just to make us all feel better about what's going on. So here we go. You can see it's not looking too bad on the weekly. Still in this nice uptrend. We've had a lot worse weekly candles that we managed to recover from. This one's nowhere near as bad or reversal candle or as rangy or as volatile or however you want to put it as this one is. Yeah, I mean, again, yeah. Well, we're 3 days, 15 hours into this. Sorry, 3 days, 15 hours left of this candle. So we are way over 50% of this candle. That's not even true, is it? There's 7 days in a week, and half of 7 is 3.5, and 3 days and 15 hours is more. Yeah, so we're halfway through this candle, basically, just under halfway through. So yeah, so this, it could still be a very bad looking. It could end up being sort of one of these tweezer top formations where so you have this big green one, big red one, and then that is often signaling the top of the top. Like you see this tweezer sort of bottom here, which doesn't really get a lot of the move, but it's like a big red candle, big green, and then you move up. Look, basically the red candle, big green one, and then you move up. That's sort of like a tweezer bottom. Sort to a certain extent there. And then to obviously, as you can see it there as well, and here, I mean, it's how price action works. Obviously, it didn't play out here at all. But yeah, so let's see what happens the rest of the day. See how this 4-hour candle closes. See if we can regain our footing. If stock markets do go off to the races again, like they seem to be doing every day, that is going to give Bitcoin a bit of an upward bias. So we'll keep an eye on that. So yeah, thanks for listening, guys. Remember, not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, and I will speak to you guys soon.